Documents include a political programming file, sponsorship identification, EEO reports, commercial records for children's programming, leased access requirements, proof of performance tests, and signal leakage and repair logs. These are available for public inspection and copying. In addition, systems must have a current copy of Part 76 of the Commission rules, which covers cable television. Where may I access that information? And my question is, when will the public meeting be called so that the customers like myself have a say in going forward with negotiations as required by the 1984 Cable Commissions Act?
The franchise renewal will be brought up at a city council meeting, at which point we will open that as a public hearing to take comments on the renewal for the franchise agreement.
But that's not the way it says it's supposed to happen. What's the reason for not calling a public meeting on this now before negotiations even get to the city council meeting?
I don't have an answer to that.
I guess I'm asking John.
We've just done it the way we have done it in the past.
But it's required, like a law that Congress enacted. It's a mandate. The attorney actually stated that in this letter. And he stated that in 2012, more than 3 years before the negotiations were even supposed to begin.
And?
So I'm asking John Rademacher, who is the city administrator, why isn't there, or is there going to be a public meeting held long before it gets to the city council meeting?
There have been no plans for that until it's discussed at the city council.
So you have no answer to that?
I just said that.
Yeah, I'm asking the city administrator.
But that's not part of this meeting that we're having here.
Yes, it is. This is a public meeting for cable TV.
Yes.
This is the appropriate venue to ask this question. The state attorney general's office told me that.
And what do you want to accomplish by doing this?
I want to get a date on when the public meeting will be held,
And then what?
as required by law.
And then what?
And then what?
Yeah.
Then have the public be able to come and give their comments. And also that this file that's required, I'd like to find out.
I don't know what's preventing you from providing input to the franchise agreement as it is right now.
Right here.
The general public, a public meeting, a public hearing about this isn't this meeting. It's a public hearing is, well, let me read you what it says.
No,
No.
we got the same letter.
It says, city commonly hold public hearings to perform community surveys. But this isn't a public meeting for all customers to participate.
I believe the board members of this cable TV advisory board have heard comments from the public and brought them forward as information in the negotiations for the franchise agreement.
How would they have heard them? There's been no public meeting.
Constituents.
Yeah, but there's been no public hearing.
That's not the only time that people can provide comment to people on an advisory board.
I just asked you.
They're
if you would like
appointed
to
by the city.
comment.
They're appointed by the city council to serve as advisors for this operation. So their names are listed, and people can contact them if they have issues with things regarding this topic. So they can be provided comments about the operation of the cable franchise, and they will bring those comments back to this board. And
Right.
they will bring them, address them, and move them forward in terms of the franchise renewal. And those things have happened.
Right, but I'm talking about a public hearing like was going to occur tonight for the planning meeting, the planning commission changes in the ordinance. The city is required to hold a public hearing about that.
Yes.
The city is also required to hold a public hearing about this. Only it's a bigger requirement, it's under Congress. It's a federal law.
And that can be done at a city council meeting.
Well, when has that occurred? Where there was a public hearing at a city council meeting? I'm not aware of that. I've been to every meeting in the last 5.5 years.
No, actually, you haven't been to every meeting.
Almost.
In the last 5.5 years.
Almost.
You missed 2 since I've been here.
Right. I've missed 2 or
So,
3
I've been
total.
here 10 months.
You're right. But I've listened to those meetings. I recorded those meetings, actually, that I missed, so I didn't miss anything.
Well, anyway, you'll have a public
I'll
comment
take your
section.
question under advisement and consult the attorney about whether we'll have one prior to the renewal or as the renewal. There will be a public hearing before the cable franchise is renewed
Thank you.
or presented to the city council for renewal.
Okay, any new business that we need to discuss? Hearing none. Next meeting date then will be October 17th, 2016, which is a Monday. So it looks like it would be the third Monday
Yeah.
in October. Third Monday in October.
If that date doesn't work for anyone, let us know as soon as possible so that we can modify the dates, keep them posted and get everybody. Okay.
So, anyone have anything else? Please be brought up. Sounds
We're all
like we need a
squared away
vote.
with everything?
I'm getting there, yeah.
When I get you involved in this, it's usually get any other stuff done that we've got contacted all the other resources that you need. For people, you've got Heather on board, that's gonna really help.
Yeah, she's gonna be our big help.
And who's the other one you have coming in, for the equipment stuff? Some of that-
Student, Mark, Jesse.
Okay.
I don't know his last name.
School, Pretzinger.
Fancy.
Hearing no further discussion, I make a motion to meeting be adjourned.
Motion made second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned. Thank you all for coming.
Well, thanks for inviting us.
Thanks to
Yeah,
Joe
I'm
for
glad we
the
got
refreshments.
the message.